And hello, all. This is Lala Madness, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Fierce Review. And you know where to reach me at on all social media platforms at Lala Madness. Check out the rest of my videos on YouTube as well at Lala Madness, and follow me on Instagram at Lala Madness _official. Now, this is going to be another episode, and this episode is actually titled "Cardi B is being sued for the mixtape cover." Okay, so. We know that she got hot. You know, she's been dropping music. You know, like she said, dropped 6 mixtapes in what, couple months. What bitch working as hard as me? Okay, so I guess she meant it, and we seen her working, busting moves, and she did come up. You know what I'm saying, and put music out. So we cannot deny that. However, she's being sued. Okay, so. If you all recall the album cover that had Bodak Yellow on it, well, apparently she's being sued for $5 million by Kevin Michael Brophy Jr., which basically is for the artwork on the back tattoo of the mixtape cover for Gansta Bitch Music Volume 1. Now, that's the one where her legs are pretty much open. The guy is in between her legs, and she's drinking on a bottle, which looked like a bottle of beer, but I can't really be too sure because I don't drink beer. So she's drinking on a bottle of something. The dude's between her legs wide open, and you can see basically the artwork on the back of the dude's tattoo. Well, the back of the dude, which is a tattoo. Let's get that right. Okay. So now, he claims that she lifted the image and used it on the back of the man on the cover without his permission, because clearly that's not him down in between her legs, but he has a one-of-a-kind tattoo, and he knows that is his tattoo. How do you explain that? It would have to be lifted off of a picture of him and placed on the picture of the dude that's really between her legs, if there is a dude. But you know, with all this CGI and everything going on, you never know if it's really a dude there or not. They could put all that shit together and make it look that way, just like they lifted that damn picture off that nigga back and put it on somebody else. Go figure. So he claims that they did all that without his permission, and he claims that some of her success is due to that album cover. Now, he actually filed the lawsuit in 2017, and she is basically asking for it to be dismissed at this point. Interesting. Now, like I mentioned, it's a very distinct tattoo. You should go and check it out. It's got all kind of, like, it's basically a full cover on his back. And the tattoo, which you can only see a small portion on Gansta Bitch Music Volume 1, is like some of, like, maybe a little bit of the top of the back. I saw the actual whole picture. It's a full back covering from the top of his neck all the way down to damn near the crack of his ass. So they took a snippet. However, it's still his damn artwork. It's one of a kind. Ain't nobody else got it, because it looked like that shit was done in bits and pieces, because it's a lot of work. A lot of intriguing work into that. And the tattoo was a badass tattoo. I can't blame him for it. And if I spend as much money getting all that shit done, I will be suing your ass too. Okay. Now, and he got it about 10 years ago. So it's not like, you know, you just came up with that and then he went and got the tattoo afterwards. No, he had that shit first. It's his. And you probably saw it somewhere, snatched it and used it. And like he said, he claimed that he was not asked permission or paid to use the tattoo in the photo, which is usually what happens. But you think that ain't nobody gonna know they own fucking tattoo. Now, he claims that he was shocked, outraged, humiliated, and appalled when he first saw the photo. He claims Cardi used the picture in a misleading, offensive, humiliating, and provocatively sexual way to launch her career in music and entertainment. Which is fucking true. That is exactly what happened. And even though her legs was open, I was always looking at the tattoo on the nigga's back in that mixtape, and so was the rest of the world. I mean, we're not gonna say just America, because she probably has worldwide fans, and people done bought that. So don't act like ain't nobody seen it. That shit was everywhere, and it was the main push for her promotion as well, because if I saw it way back then when you first came out, then everybody else saw it too. And I wasn't looking at your damn legs open. I was looking at the tattoo on the nigga's back. Let's keep it real. So was everybody else. So, okay. pat my weave because that was a valid statement. Now, he said in court docs that he's been devastated as a result of the mixtape cover and was also worried that his wife believed that he betrayed her. This man got a whole ass wife out here in these streets. And I gotta explain to my wife how I didn't show up to your photo shoot and put my head between your legs while you sipping on a bottle of fucking beer. I gotta tell her that it wasn't me. Who the fuck gonna believe that when you see, well, how the fuck did the picture get on the back, man? How did that happen? How did the tattoo get on there? Ain't nobody else got that tattoo from you but you. You know that's how it's gonna go, dudes out there. That's how it's gonna go. You gonna be trying to explain to your wife, it really wasn't me. And yeah, she gonna be like, nigga, fuck that. How did that happen? Where were you on that day? And trying to explain that to a woman that ain't trying to hear that shit is very, very hard to do. And that's what he went through. That part. Explaining to his wife that he didn't betray her. And he used that good language. I didn't betray you, boo. But that's what he was saying. It wasn't me. Okay, now, he even said his young son, who was enrolled in a Christian pre-kindergarten school, pre-K, Christian school on top of that, saw the photo while he and his wife was reviewing it. And he had to explain to his son how it wasn't him in the photo. So not only do I have to, that's damaging to my whole damn household, my wife and my kid that's in pre-K, that I got to really explain to the fact that it was not me. Like, I ain't do that shit. I wasn't even there. Didn't nobody even pay me to do that. But this nigga got the work on his back that I went and paid probably thousands of dollars for, because you had to do that shit in stages, like I said. That's not something that just came and happened just then. Okay, so at the end of the day, you wrong as hell, and you did damage that man's life to a certain extent, where he got to plead and beg with his wife and got to help his pre-kindergarten ass son understand that it wasn't his father in them damn pictures, with his head between some bitch legs that's sipping on a bottle. It looked like he got a little bit more class than that. But according to that back tattoo, no, it don't. It looked like that was you. Or that somebody had permission to use it, or that you did get your ass down there and sniff her coochie like the poster or the mixtape cover insinuates. Now, Cardi actually claims that it's a shakedown for her funds. And she states that the allegations, now listen to this shit and tell me, she didn't say this. Her lawyers wrote this shit in the complaint, or the response to what was actually said in court, or the documents that they were actually served with. And you get to go and respond to it. So let's be clear that this is probably her lawyer her lawyer that typed and wrote this shit, speaking for her, because it definitely wasn't her ass, because she don't know what the fuck half this shit is that I'm about to say. Okay? I'm not saying she dumb. I'm just saying, you can see how people communicate and talk everywhere else, and you know damn well that is not how you talk. Okay? And here it is. Now, she claims that the allegations of the complaint, that part right there, are so far-fetched and lacking in substance on their face, and they deny credulity. She ain't said that shit. You ain't said that. After having more than a year to conduct jurisdictional discovery, she ain't said that shit either. The plaintiff has come up with nothing of substance to put meat on the bare, brittle bones of his vague, conclusionary allegations. He claims, couched in sensualistic language, are inherently and obviously implausible. You know damn well, Cardi B, you ain't said that shit. Your lawyer said what you needed to have written down on his paper to respond to how this man wants some fucking money for you using his motherfucking back tattoo. But none of that shit screams Cardi B said that. Not even the meat and bare part. No. Not even the brittle bones, not the vague part. You talking about conclusionary allegations. Bitch, you ain't said that. But I guess your lawyer is doing his fucking job, because that's what he's supposed to do. Okay. But it wasn't you. So that was her response in paper form that she didn't even probably look at before it was turned in. Okay. Now, she also states that the mixtape photo was never sold separately, never used in merchandise, and the mixtape is being released free of charge for much of his life. I'm sure you got royalties from that motherfucking mixtape that keep coming in. I'm sure you done dropped a single or two from it that you got paid lots of money for. You got paid at events to go and perform this motherfucker everywhere, which is from this mixtape. And I'm sure you have posted the pictures up somewhere, probably in your performances or elsewhere, where this nigga head was between your legs with this raggedy ass bottle you was sipping on like you was a boss. Period. Dot. And I don't give a fuck about your little Cardiites or whatever the fuck y'all supposed to be, the little Cardi B's, whoever that want to act like they mad at it. Check your bitch for doing that dumbass shit and using that man's back photo. And also, if she had nothing to do with it, she need to blame the niggas who actually made the artwork, because it's their fucking fault that your ass is getting sued right now. But then you should have that good old business insurance that everybody else has to cover this fucking $5 million lawsuit. Most of it is covers up to $1 million unless you have a really, really good policy. Then you get the $5 million one. But that depends on your net worth and what you really doing. But being that you know what I'm saying, supposed to be making the moves out there, you should have $5 million worth of insurance to cover litigation. Because that's where you at right now. Okay? And somehow you made money off that fucking album and it did blow you up. So stop playing. Now, she called the use of the image a classic example of transformative work created in the exercise of the First Amendment rights of the photographer. That's freedom of speech, meaning you can say what the fuck you want to. And you still have to give credit to where you got it from, who you got it from, how you got it, all that. You ain't asked this man, you know, before you put stories out, you usually call if it's involving somebody that you might know and be able to reach, or even give them the opportunity to speak like the news does. Oh, well, we reached out to such and such and they didn't respond. They actually gave you an opportunity to defend yourself and you didn't. That's your choice. But like in this case, ain't no fucking First Amendment rights of a photographer to go and take somebody else's back photo and use it to sell your fucking album. Okay. Don't have me get legal here, because just like I look like this, don't think I don't know a little bit. I know a lot of it. And he can get a little change and know that shit ain't gonna be dismissed. Period. She wanted to be dismissed, but it's not going to be, because you owe him a little bit of money, a lot of bit of money. Because he claims, she claims that her career's rapid rise was in fact a direct result of the release, massive promotion, and huge success of the single Bodak Yellow by Atlantic Records in mid 2017. Well, somehow the lawsuit came out in 2017 as well. Along with the same time that he dropped that lawsuit on your ass for when you was promoting that motherfucking album. The mixtape that you claim you didn't get no money for. I'm sure you get money off of the songs that you're performing off of there right now. That's some bullshit. Pay the man his fucking money. All these people keep on doing shit, stealing songs, stealing beats, you know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. And now you stealing back pictures. I don't even know that they did that in the industry. When they started doing that, that might be a new craze now, fucking with Cardi. Now everybody gonna want to steal niggas' ink work and back tattoos and everything else. Because if I find my image on some shit and the bitch getting the check, I'm going to be coming for your ass too. How you doing? Remember me, the bitch who you got all over the place that you making money off of, but I ain't seen a dollar, you ain't cut me a check? What you mean? Huh. I ain't there yet, but I'm going to make it that big. You just wait. Because y'all going to keep loving these videos. And I'm going to keep doing them. And eventually, somebody going to be trying to steal. I ain't got no back tattoo. Well, I do have one, but it ain't no niggas' names, that's for sure. But it ain't, I'm just saying, if I come up on somebody's a picture somewhere, or somebody uses something that has to do in relation with me, I'm coming for your ass. Like, why not? You got this nigga whole once in a lifetime artwork on his back, on another nigga back between your legs. And I got to explain to my wife and my son that's in a Christian school that ain't even old enough to understand why the fuck my legs between my head between your legs, first of all, that it ain't me. Yeah, I'm gonna let you sit that one out. And you figure it out. Work it out and let me know if you would sue if you found your artwork on the back of some dude with his head between some bitch legs. And you've been going through hell and high water at home because nobody believes that your ass wasn't there that day. I told you, Photoshop is a motherfucker. If they could Photoshop their asses and they stretch marks off, why the fuck you think they can't Photoshop a picture on a nigga back? Because they did. Congratulations to you. You mastered Photoshop. Now, congratulations to your fucking insurance policy. So you can go ahead and cash this nigga out. Or you could take all the millions that you claim you getting. You know what I'm saying? Since you got a bag and fixed your teeth and shit, you can go ahead and get a bag and pay that nigga his money. Okay. All right. And you heard it here. Lala Madness Fierce Review talking about Cardi B and the back tattoo of the man that she used in, what's that? Gangsta Bitch Music. Volume 1? Yeah, because she know damn well she was wrong as hell for taking that nigga artwork and not giving him a dime and asking him for permission. That's what happens when you do shit without asking permission. You get punished. You know that little slap on the hand and shit that they do? Yeah, this is a slap on the hand because you got millions. Remember, you got bags and shit. You know, get another check from Mona Scott and shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't fuck with broke bitches. Remember that? All that shit you saying? Well, good. You can cash a nigga out so he could be rich just like you, bitch. And I'm out. Lala Madness.